everybody watching, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure you get it before I, right when I give it. You know what I'm talking about? Hit that notification button, man. Sometimes the motherfuckers be on, be out. But as long as that bitch on, man, you gonna get this work. You know what I'm talking about? We almost at 1,000 subs, y'all. We almost at 1,000 subs. So if you fuck with me, go to my page and give me a stub. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't already, you know what I'm talking about? I think I'm at 980 something, almost 990. So we there, we right there. You know what I'm saying? We right there. You know what I'm saying? Been a long little journey. You know what I'm saying? But all bullshit aside though, man, I appreciate everybody that done ever watched my shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga appreciate that for sure. And we definitely got a good one. We definitely got a good one for y'all today. You know what I'm talking about? Matter of fact, let me pop this shit off. Alright, yeah, so it's something that been in the news, you know what I'm saying? Like big news type shit. Some guy named Charlie Kirk. And I say some guy because I didn't really know he was that prevalent in the media world or just in life period. But on the contrary, he was. Now, I remember Charlie Kirk from a long time ago. Long time ago. But the Charlie Kirk I've been watching here recently, like his path, his journey, what he's known for, his allies, who he represent, who he support, all that shit. That wasn't the Charlie Kirk that I saw when I first saw him. It wasn't. Okay. So he, at some point between when I first saw him, until now, he made some kind of transition or just new awakening, and he switched it. Let me tell you what I saw when I first saw Charlie Kirk. First of all, I wasn't even looking for the guy. That's number one. I wasn't even looking for him. I was watching somebody that I am interested in, which was a black guy. By the name of... Damn, I can't remember his name, but he got a platform. He got a YouTube page, all that shit. I used to watch his shows. I used to watch his podcast, get knowledge, get information and shit like that. And this one particular video, he was at a school. He was at a college. And he said he was going to debate somebody. And he went to this college or this school or this country club, golf club, wherever the fuck he was at. And he went and debated this white guy. And the white guy was Charlie Kirk. Now, he was, like I said, he was when I first saw this nigga, he was a totally different nigga. Rest in peace to him, if he dead. I'll get into that later. He was preppy. He had on a tight, nice suit, had the girls of the college following him and talking to him. It was like he was somebody on that college campus. I don't know. But he wasn't talking the shit he be talking now. He say a lot of good shit now. Or he was. He was, right before he died, his movement, his new journey and shit. But back when I first saw him, he was like, I never, out of all the shit he said, I never thought he was a racist. I mean, it's crazy it might sound. The guy I was watching was like somebody that's into the culture, black culture, pretty much, it was a race debate. Charlie Kirk was talking and speaking for the white race, and the guy that I was interested in and had been following, he was debating about the black race, or our race. So he was saying some shit. To the point I wanted to, I got kind of heated. But he wasn't lying about shit, you know, but I just never looked at him as a racist. He didn't talk like it. He didn't. It's sort of like Aryan Nation. If you know anything about Aryan Nation, or like you've been to jail, or you just heard that shit, Aryan Nation, I wouldn't. Some people say they is, some people say they ain't. I'm gonna say they not. I'm gonna be neutral, and I'm gonna give them the, you know what I'm saying. They are proud of their race. So that's what Charlie Kirk was. He was a proud white guy, proud of his race. The white race did this. The white race did that. You know, that's what I saw when I first saw him years ago. But like I said, I didn't think he was racist. He just was, you know, he was proud to be white. And sometimes you can teeter across that line. Maybe, you know, maybe they just, you know, the Aryan Nation, or maybe that type of front that's exactly what it is a front. But, you know, I'ma respect it. He said he proud of his race. He ain't a race, you know. Boom, that's what it was. So that was just my first encounter of the guy. You know what I'm saying? All right, now fast forward to like now type shit, because this was years ago. You know what I'm talking about? So, who is Charlie Kirk? So, we finna get Wikipedia to tell us a little bit about Charlie Kirk. You know, the person. You know, details and all that. Alright, Charles James Kirk, born October 14th, was an American right-wing political activist, entrepreneur, and media personality. He co-founded the conservative student organization Turning Point USA in 2012 and served as its executive director until his assassination here recently. He published a range of books and hosted the podcast Charlie Kirk Show. A key ally of Donald Trump, he was one of the most prominent voices of the MAGA movement within the Republican Party. Alright. Now, if you paid attention to that last sentence, you'll know why he got out his hype. You know what I'm saying? He got out his, you know what I'm talking about? Just let me get into it. Alright, so he fucked with Donald Trump, one of the biggest supporters in MAGA. Now, when I first seen him, he wasn't on that shit. So somewhere across the line, he changed his whole game. Cause Donald Trump, he not on that proud white shit that he was on years ago when I saw him. So somewhere along the line, he had an epiphany or an awakening. You know what I'm talking about? This is a guy who says shit like he's against transgenders, just like Donald Trump. He's a proud Christian that believes in God or Jesus or Christian. A proud Christian way, Christian lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So, he doesn't believe in this LGBTQ shit. You know, shout out to y'all. I know y'all got y'all, thing going on. Amber Latrice, I appreciate you watching, love. Alexandria, appreciate you watching, love. And family, what's up? What's up, Lele? I appreciate you watching. So, yeah, so he against a whole lot of things that, let's just say, society or the world is with. You know what I'm talking about? You better not go against that LGBTQ shit. Boy, they'll crucify you, they'll cancel you. They'll take endorsements, all that shit. So he against all that, just like Trump is against all that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a few more other like points of views and ways that he think that's on point. I like it. You know what I'm talking about? Cause to be honest, transgender male shouldn't be playing women's sports or be in a, women's bathroom, vice versa, that type of shit. So me personally, I'm with some of the shit that he finally awakened and transitioned into. You know what I'm saying? Cause he, like I said, he wasn't on that. But nonetheless, if you fuck with Trump and you are a part of his movement, MAGA, Make America Great Again, or if you went to school with him back in the day, shit, you a fucking enemy. So once he aligned himself with Trump and been his biggest supporter and, got ties to Israel, we'll get into Israel later. All of this is the reason why this guy is just catapulted and, made to be this type of person. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, now you got Candace Owens. Is his best friend. The short, black woman, very articulate, very intellectual. One of my favorites. I watch her show. I watch her shit all the time. All the time. She be putting motherfuckers in their place. And she speak up on a lot of good shit. You know what I'm talking about? So, that's another thing. Candace Owens married to a white man. Do that make her less or more? Do that make her this or that? I'll let you decide. I'm just building up the Charlie Kirk, who is this guy? Type of, type of thing. So he got two powerful, prominent friends. He fuck with Trump. That's his guy. He the main supporter of MAGA. And Candace Owens is his best friend. So he kind of, in the culture or in the, he might get away with being like this type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like a people person or a person people would like, and that's what made him, go to be where made him where he at. You know what I'm talking about? So now let's get into the bullshit, right? Alright. So if you fuck with Trump and you got all these Israel ties, you going over here, you meeting this prominent person over there, and now you done open and expose yourself to other shit that you probably didn't even know you was into. You know what I'm talking about? Now that's what I think. I think he was in a little over his head and maybe didn't know. Maybe he did. Alright, so here's a few things that I feel like got him knocked off. You know what I'm saying? First of all, it's Trump. You can't align yourself with Trump and be just that open. You know what I'm saying? Now Trump do some unorthodox shit. He got Elon Musk like close to him in the White House doing this, doing that, and he's built somewhat of a same relationship with the Charlie Kirk nigga. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. So these two people he using them, and he used them in a certain way in the limelight, in the public, which made them a target. Now Elon is Elon, but this Charlie Kirk guy, I don't think you got a lot of leverage or a lot of pull in this game you playing. You know what I'm talking about? So maybe he was a foul guy, or maybe he was the sacrificial lamb. Maybe. Don't know, but maybe. Alright, so now the next thing is you going over here meeting with Israel leaders and people and shit. Got the right to do what you want to do, of course. But when, like I said, when you openly expose yourself to shit like that and you doing that, you a target. You know, like now an enemy or an ally can come for you. And is that what we saw? I don't know. I'm just giving you reasons, and you know what I'm saying. And you can think for yourself. Now, here's another thing that's real sketchy. His wife, forgot her name, but his wife spoke at the funeral, all that. She won a pageant, or she was in a pageant. She won it. And it was Donald Trump's. Like, Donald Trump's pageant that's where she came from. So he knew her before he knew Kirk. And the kicker is he introduced Kirk to this girl. You see where I'm getting at. If you see where I'm getting at, let me know. Y'all let me know. Denard, what's up, big dog? What's up, big dog? I appreciate you watching. You know what I'm saying? So, this, hey, that could have been a lineup. I'm real big on these coincidences and shit. I don't really believe in shit like that. But we gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. Now, Trump knew the wife before he knew Charlie. The wife was in the pageant, won the pageant that Donald Trump sponsored, or it was his pageant. Alright, so that's a little, that you take that info and do as you may with it. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, now I done broke down where I knew the nigga from. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I done broke down who is he. I done broke down his relationships. I done broke down why not he probably got murked. Now we finna get into the actual what happened. If anybody watched this whole shit, watched all the details, what happened, where it happened, how it happened, who was involved, this, that, and the third, seen all the videos, was all over the news, listen to the shit that they reported. Man, it ain't no fucking way, gang. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That whole situation just didn't seem real to me. I'm keeping it all the way G. Y'all saw what I saw. Y'all saw the same shit I saw. And the stuff they said to justify this, the things they said to say this was the reason why that happened. Like, you couldn't make this shit up. You would be mad. Like, if you knew what I knew, you would be mad that they even telling you this shit, because they think you slow. And they think you just believe anything, and that's what they say, and that's what they put out in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. Y'all believe what the fuck y'all want to believe. You know what I'm talking about? Alright. So first of all, I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all real quick. Real quick. I'm gonna just break down the whole little crime scene real quick. No death certificate. No ballistics. No ambulance right after. Run it up on the track. What's up, big dog? I appreciate you watching. No ambulance after. Just a truck and a plane or some shit. You didn't see no ambulance and all that shit. You didn't see no blood. Well, you seen a puddle of blood, but you didn't see the blood until He was out like, you supposed to seen it on Impact. On Impact. 30-6 round. Man, the bullet about the size of this pen. It might be a little bit shorter. A round like that went in his neck, didn't come out. No blood. It didn't bust his whole shit open. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Alright, hold on. This it gets even. The shooter changed clothes three times. He assembled the gun, disassembled the gun, then reassembled the gun again and just left it on the scene as he's going. What? In 6 seconds, they say. He disassembled a whole professional fucking sniper-sized gun, 30-6. He disassembled that shit with a screwdriver 6 seconds. Then put it back together. Then hopped off the roof. Then put the bitch back together again. Then just left it on the scene. And went on about his business. He changed clothes by 2 times. Oh my God. Like I said, we didn't see no paramedics, none of that shit. They put him in a car and then flew him on a plane. It was just, I don't believe none of that shit. I just don't believe none of that shit. I believe it is just as much as Donald Trump got a bullet shot past his ear. You know what I'm talking about? I believe it just as much as I believe that shit. That stop it. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it, man. This shit is staged, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you get a funeral 11 days after, and it's like you was the fucking king of England. King, like the shit was amazing. The shit was bigger than Nipsey Hussle shit. It was like bigger than Michael Jackson shit. Like, you would think he was a prince or something. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, condolences to the family. But I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying. The shooter went to a school. He went to a CIA school for about a month. His parents worked for the government. This is the quote unquote the shooter. They gave you a picture, they gave you a name, all that shit. They said he was the shooter. And this particular shooter, if you look him up and what's reported, all that shit, he went to a CIA school. He went to a government CIA school for roughly a month or whatever. And his parents grew up in a you know what I'm talking about? Like, his parents worked for the government. I hear all type of shit in the know, from my circle of like-minded people that I fuck with on the internet. I'm hearing a bunch of shit. I'm hearing he's not even dead, it's faked his death. I can believe that because it don't even look like the scene don't even look real to me. I don't know what y'all saw, but to me it don't really look real. You got it was some dudes doing all this, playing what they had, like making signals, and then boom, he got shot. Who they don't know what was it from the front, was it from the side, was it like it was just a mockery. If you ask me, it was just a mockery, man. And too many holes in this case, and it's just too much discrepancies for me to just buy into it type of thing. You know what I'm talking about?